In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to show you my exact SEO strategy that has made my SaaS clients go from 0 to 180,000 monthly organic visitors in less than 3 months. I'll show you exactly how to apply this to your own SaaS company. Let's get started. Amazing. So SEO for SaaS. Do you want more organic traffic for your SaaS startup? I'll teach you how right now. So go from 0 to 180K monthly visitors in less than 2.5 months. You can see the explosive growth through SEO. So if this isn't already apparent why you need SEO for your SaaS, so number one, it's more money. SEO has driven millions in annual recurring revenue for top SaaS companies. It is the number one way to drive growth. More traffic, more organic traffic, so you don't need to spend money on paid ads. The most sustainable traffic source you can build, and it has a minimal investment with high returns. So you can start with just your expertise, learning from this YouTube video, and a laptop, and maybe an SEO specialist like myself. And this is very, very minimal as opposed to, let's say, paid ads. You're probably at the stage of you made your product, you have your SaaS product, but now you have to make people aware of your product. So that's where SEO comes in. So product market fit comes first, then you optimize for search. Because the saying goes, if you want to hide a dead body, hide it on the second page of Google, right? So you need a way to get on the first page of Google, and that answer is SEO. So what is SEO? SEO is search engine optimization. So SEO helps websites like yours show up higher when people search online. It works for Google, YouTube, and even social medias. And the goal is to help search engines understand your website and make it easier for people to find you. Because again, if people don't know your product exists, how do you expect them to buy from you? And I'm going to be going over SEO specifically for SaaS companies. So if you're a SaaS company, pay attention. So there's 3 types of SEO to get started. 1 is technical, 2 is on-page SEO, and 3 is off-page SEO. So what technical SEO is, it's back-end technical things that affect crawling and indexing. We'll dive in more deeper into that. On-page SEO is creating site content, landing pages, service pages, blog posts that are optimized for your targeted keywords that bring customers. And then off-page SEO is getting backlinks for authoritative sites that helps your rankings plus credibility anymore. And you want to be here. This is the sweet spot in the middle of this diagram. You want to have all your bases covered and be in the middle of this diagram. So you want to be here. But first, we need to discuss something super important before diving into the SEO of each of these. So that's keyword research for SaaS businesses. So keyword research is so important to understand when people are searching for and how they find your software. So imagine this, you potential customer Googles your product, right? Maybe they're looking for the best way to communicate with their team, right? They're looking for that. They own, an agency, and they're looking up for the best way. And let's say you're Slack, of the famous Slack company, and it's wanting to know the best way to work with a remote team. And if someone types in on Google, best collaboration for remote teams, Slack should be coming up as number 1, right? So that's the way they find out about your product. So there's a couple tools and techniques to finding keyword research. You want to use keyword research tools like Google Keyword Planner, Ahrefs, and SEMrush to identify relevant terms. So the things you're looking for is search volume, competition, and relevance. And we'll dive deeper into this. And then you want to be going after long tail keywords. So target long tail keywords, which are more specific, less competitive, to attract qualified leads. Because the whole point is to make customers aware of your product. Like let's say you're a CRM, but you specifically tailor small businesses. Say that. So best CRM for small businesses. Or maybe you're a project management software, but you specifically love to work with Gantt charts. So say that, project management software with Gantt charts, right? These are long tail keywords, especially if you're just starting out. Long tail keywords are the fastest way in to outbeat your competitors and compete with your higher competition. And then you just want to get keyword mapping. So create a keyword map that aligns with your keywords for different pages and content on your site. So, I don't know if I should show you this, but these are my secret methods to finding keywords. I guess I'll show you. I will show you this. Okay, so let's expand this. So basically, my secret method to finding keywords is Google Keyword Planner, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. Why not? So if you go to Google Keyword Planner, it's a free tool. You just go ahead and click on this link, or just Google Keyword Planner. You click go to Keyword Planner, and then you would go to discover new keywords. So let's say we are a CRM for HVAC companies. So I'm literally going to type in that keyword, press enter, and yeah, we'll keep the states, but if you're in a different country or your local business targeting maybe like the Pacific area, you can go ahead and change this. But of course, most SaaS companies, you want to keep this and you want to keep it global. And then what you want to do, and we can also tie this in. So let's put a little bit more here. So CRM, HVAC, CRM, CM for HVAC. You kind of want to just put in variations so you get more results. So let's see what else is here. Okay, cool. So you have CRM for HVAC companies, HVAC CRM. You have best HVAC CRM software, HVAC CRM software, HVAC customer management software, HVAC CRM app, HVAC customer management, right? So these are all potential keywords that you want to be going after. And then you can see here, here's the monthly search. So you can see here, CRM for HVAC companies has a lot less search than HVAC CRM. So I'd probably want to go for more of the HVAC CRM. And it has 100 to 1K monthly search volumes. You can see here, HVAC CRM software has a lot of search volumes as well. And it also has been on the upward trajectory recently. And the competition is pretty low for this. So this is a really good keyword. So I'm actually going to take this. And what you want to do next is you want to basically put it together in a Google Calendar. So HVAC CRM is Service Titan, so this is a great one to potentially model. So let's take a look at them. So they are HVAC business, so software that empowers your HVAC business. Awesome. So basically what you would want to do, let's say I'm Service Titan, you just want to get a Google Sheet together, it can be simple as that, and start mapping out what your keywords should look like. So the page is the home page, let's say. Your URL, this is the URL to the homepage, and then your primary keyword should be the one we just found. So I believe that was HVAC CRM software. Beautiful. Then that is the primary keyword that you want to be going after. Awesome. So then you just want to keep going. You want to map out all of your pages, eventually each product page, each service page, and then find a primary keyword for each of those. I'll also show you another way. So let's go ahead and take my other secret method is reverse engineering competitors in Ahrefs. So if you don't already have Ahrefs, it's a great keyword research tool. I will say it's a bit expensive. It's like $129 now, but I will say that it really has everything that you need, and I like to use it a lot for my keywords. So what I would do, my secret method number 2 is reverse engineering competitors in Ahrefs. So let's say you're not Service Titan, but you're a competitor Service Titan, right? A CRM platform. So all I would do is take Service Titan, and I would go, if you can see my screen, I just go to Site Explorer, and then I just copy and paste and enter the URL into the Site Explorer. And if we take a look here, we can see their back end. So what their DR is, their domain rating, how many backlinks they have, but specifically what we're going to look at here is their organic search. And you can see here they're doing a lot more organic search for paid search. So that tells you right then and there that a lot more people are investing money in organic rather than paid, especially SaaS companies. Cool. So all we're going to do is go to keywords. We're going to click on keywords and we're going to see what they're going after. So this is great. So right here on the left-hand side is all their keywords that they're ranking for and which URLs they're ranking for, and then the volume of each and the keyword difficulty. So we can see here, I'm just going to scroll down the list and see if anything would make sense. Electrician service software. So that is great one to kind of go after. It has 2K volume, 22 keyword difficulty, and basically they have the industries they serve and then electrical software. So right then and there, if I was a competitor for this, I would say, cool, like for one of my industries I serve, so one of my industry pages, which will be electricians, because let's say I serve electricians, I'm going to go ahead and say electricians, And then I'm going to go ahead and say, cool, like this will be my URL for it maybe. And then I'm going to say my keyword for this should be electrician service software. So I'll go ahead and put that as my primary keyword. And then you can keep going with the list. So another one could potentially be, So another one could be roofer CRM. So this could be another keyword. And you can see here they have it as a blog post. So we can say one of my potential things is during the blog. So my blog posts, I will have a blog about roofing CRM, right? And then my URL would be here. It would be blog roofer CRM. Obviously, if I'm competitor service titan, I'm going to change this, but I can go ahead and do blog, and then roofing CRM is going to be the blog post. So best roofing CRM. And obviously, if you can see here, we can probably pull this up. They're going to list theirs as number one, right? So let's see, best roofing, and they are number one here, service titan, right? And then they list competitors as well, but you always want to put yourself as number one because that's what you think, right? You're not creating this product because you don't believe in what it does. Awesome. So this is kind of the gist of how you find keywords. So my two secret ways again is Google Keyword Planner, then using Ahrefs to reverse engineer competitors. So let's dive deeper into technical SEO for SaaS. So what is technical SEO? It is really crucial, but you don't want to overcomplicate it. So you want to focus on your site speed, mobile friendliness, and clean architect. You don't have to be a coding genius, just get the basics done right. So your site speed is optimized loading times for better user experience and search ranking. So if someone comes on your site and your site is so slow, guess what they're going to do? They're going to back out of it, which tells Google, hey, no one really wants to stay on your site for the wait time in order for it to load, right? And then also mobile friendly. You want to make sure, because most of the people that are coming on your site are mostly coming through their mobile devices. Very rarely are people coming through their laptops now. So you want to ensure your site works flawlessly on all devices. And then a clean architect. You want to create a logical site structure for easy crawling and indexing. So I want to give you some actionable steps here. What you can do is go to pagespeed.web.dev to check out your site speed and mobile friendliness. So if you go here, this is the website right here, pagespeed.web.dev, and then go ahead and put in your website URL and then hit analyze. So for this example, I took Webflow. So you just go ahead, copy your URL and paste it into here and then analyze. You can see it's running, so it might take a little bit. While that runs, so I can show you what the results may look like, let's look at a real example of a good website structure. So this is how you check out your site speed and mobile friendliness. And then to look at a good website structure, you just want to go ahead and I'll show you what this looks like because I think Buffer does a really good job. So let's say this is your SaaS company, right? This is the main page, homepage. And what you can have on here is just like, kind of like your offer, get started, enter your email, grow your following, just benefits on how, whether you're talking directly to a business or a customer, how it benefits them. What I really like about Buffer is it has the homepage, and then it has a page for every single one of its tools, which is really important. So these are called your product pages. So what are the tools, right? The tools are, this one is, they have where you create, right? You can create social media. They have a page for analyze. You can analyze social media, right? And it's just simple, buffer.com/analyze. And then you can publish, right? You get the idea. So you want a page for every single one of your products, or if you offer services, right? Services. If you're a service-based company, then you can put services in here. This is also, they have one for every single one of their channels, right? So they have a page for Google My Business, right? They have a page for Facebook. So essentially like all their integrations that they have. And then they go ahead and have one for pricing. So buffer.com/pricing. They have a free plan, right? And then they have all the features for it. And then they have their blog, so their resource page. And basically this is all of their blog posts. So they have buffer.com. You look at the URL /resource and then /whatever their keyword is for that particular website or blog post. So it's really simple. It's really straightforward. If we check out another example, let me think for a second. Let's look at Slack. So let's look at Slack's architect. So very simple, very straightforward as well. So slack.com, and then for each one of its features, it has a drop down for each one of their features, and then it goes ahead and talks about its features. One of its features is channels. So this is a Slack feature, it's channels, so it has a whole entire page on that. One of its workflow automations, and then it has a page for each one of its solutions. So I like this a lot because it's basically who they help. So they have a page for every single one of their avatars that they help. So let's say engineering, right? They have a page specifically solutions for engineering. So engineering moves faster in Slack because this is one of the industries they serve. And then they write a page specifically on that. And then they have their enterprise. This just seems like, okay, this talks about how they help enterprises as well. And then resource, they have a bunch of resources, but the main thing you want to include at first is just a blog. And then you want to post daily, weekly, if not daily, on your blog. And then they have /blog, and then they have /blog/ and then whatever maybe the category is, but then whatever the keyword is for that article. And then lastly, they have pricing, like we mentioned. So pricing, and then they offer a free plan, and then they go ahead and talk about their pricing. So very straightforward. You can see if you analyzed enough SaaS businesses, you'll see that has a very similar website structure. So then going back to this, we noticed that I put in Webflow. This might be my internet, that don't take this to heart. You want to make sure that you go ahead and test it at multiple locations. Your internet's probably better than mine, or maybe a cafe or something like that. This one has 27 as their website performance, and you can see here this says mobile, and then you can go to desktop as well. So then this is desktop. So they have a 47, 45 for desktop. So what you want to see is what your score is. So usually you want 90s plus for both mobile and desktop for your site speed, for your performance. A couple tricks that you can do to help your site speed, if you notice this is really bad, get rid of bloat on your website. So anything that is, maybe in your drafts on your website, maybe it's old blog posts, maybe it's pages that didn't really work out, delete them all from your site. Get rid of plugins that are not being used, and then make sure you're compressing any of your images. So those are 3 really quick tips and tricks to help your site. And then in terms of mobile, always on every single one of building a website, you have either, okay, I can see it, how it displays desktop and then displays mobile. So make sure you're making changes to both of them when doing your website design. If this is a lot for you, please consult an SEO specialist like myself to help you with your website speed, structure, etc. Amazing. So the next thing is on-page SEO. So it's all about the front-end things on your site, such as content structure, right? What people actually see when they come on your site. Developing a content strategy, what this looks like. So you need to dial down your content strategy for your website. And this could be landing pages, service pages, blog post pages, etc. And the 3 things that you want to ask yourself is, what is your unique value proposition? So what unique value are you offering through content? The next is building trust. Why should your target audience users trust your SaaS as a solution? And then 3 is ideal potential customer. Who's going to buy your product, right? And here's some real life examples. So the first things first I want to show you is the Ahrefs blog. They do an amazing job with their blog. So you can see here their blog content. They have an excellent strategy. So this one talks about SEO explained, how to adapt to the new era. And they have a ton of images, graphs. They talk about who the experts are at Ahrefs. I think if I'm not mistaken, yeah, they have screenshots to all how to use their product, right? And then they have, so it's all screenshots on how to use the product. And then they have as well, like, who's the author of this? Okay. Yeah, they have the VP of marketing of Ahrefs having a quote in here. So it just shows credibility even more. So you just want to put up on your site really detailed, in-depth, high-quality articles that is easy to rank for. So this is the director of content marketing of Ahrefs. And he basically just wrote a blog post that's really, really well detailed, has a bunch of infographics, etc. So you want your content marketing to really display how this, helps your avatar. So you can see here, all of this is target more to people who will use their product, which is an SEO software tool. And it's all about teaching people how to use their product and what to do with content marketing, SEO, etc. So you can see here, very, very detailed blog. Another thing that you can do for content marketing is publish YouTube videos. So I think Shopify does an amazing job of this. They're a SaaS company for e-commerce, and they specifically have a couple YouTube channels, but the one I really like is Learn with Shopify. And they have like almost more than 500,000 followers. And you can see here, it is all how to start a business using only AI, how to create high converting YouTube ads, how to make money on Shopify in 2024. So this is going to be a huge one that brings them in so much leads and revenue, because it's like how to make money on Shopify, right? If you're already interested in hosting an e-commerce business, you're probably thinking about doing Shopify, so you want to know how to make money on that. So this is a really great way for them to understand their content strategy. So again, they know who their avatar is. They go ahead and talk directly to their avatar, and then they will post content. And most of the time you'll notice in these, it's like basically how to use Shopify, right? So it's basically they teach their avatar how to use their product, and then why not use their product, the avatar will say. And then HubSpot, you can also have a free academy. So I think HubSpot does a great job of this. So if we look, they have a bunch of free courses, grow your career. And of course, they're going to teach you basically how to do, because this one's a sales software. So they'll teach you email marketing software, like how to do sales, how to do cold emailing, LinkedIn business for marketing, inbound marketing, and they'll teach you exactly how to use their software product for this. So free courses are great. So you need to develop a content strategy, no matter if it's for starting off for the blog and then a YouTube, and then maybe hosting free courses or free webinars to teach them even more how to use your software product and how can they even use your software product. The next thing, you want to understand the SEO funnel for SaaS. So there's 5 stages of the user journey, and we're going to use Slack as an example for this. Slack is a tool for companies that can help them really communicate more, especially for remote teams. When we're here, the 5 stages of user journey is stage 1 is awareness. This is top of the funnel content. So this is how your customers will find you first. So a blog post titled, maybe it's going to be 10 ways to improve team communication in remote work environments. So this is very top of the funnel content. They're not necessarily looking yet to buy Slack as a software, but they are looking for ways to improve their team communication if they're a remote company, right? So this is top of the funnel content. It just brings awareness to your customers. And then after that is stage 2, consideration. So these are things like product comparisons or use case. So you can have a web page or a blog post page comparing Slack to email and other communication tools, highlighting Slack's unique feature. So again, if you're a software company, you can compare yourself against your competitors and show why you are the best one in your industry and why they should buy you. So these are comparison posts. So we can take a look and we can quickly see site, Slack plus Slack versus, and see if they've been in comparison. So right here, they have one, and this is just, or we can take a look at this one actually. This is Slack versus Skype. So when their competitor is Skype, and it just basically talks all about how they're better than Skype. Or you can even do Slack versus email. So why people should transfer from email to using Slack because it's better, how to switch from email to Slack, right? They have a whole entire page on this. So it's slack.com/y/Slack versus email. So these are comparison posts. So these are the middle of the funnel content, which is the consideration, right? They're not necessarily bought into buying your software product yet, but they want to see how it lines up against the competitors. Stage 3 is going to be decision. So product pages and case studies. So a case study could be for Slack, how a well-known company increased productivity by 30% after implementing Slack. So again, people are doing the consideration where they're comparing Slack against other competitors, and then decision, you really need to convince your customer why you're the best. So you already proved to them, hey, if you're in between a decision, this is why our features are much better, but now drive it home, right? Okay, we can increase productivity by 30%. We can really, help your company out with revenue margins, etc. So this is the decision. You want to just push it forward, and these could be product pages, right? Product pages and or case studies. And then stage 4 is going to be retention, so knowledge-based tutorials. So this could be a video tutorial series on Slack tips and tricks for power users, right? It teaches them how to use your software product. And if they're already going through trouble on how to learn with your software product, then obviously they're ready to buy. They're going to have all this knowledge in their head. They want to know how to use your product. So you want to host like free courses, free YouTube tutorials. And then stage 5 is going to be advocacy. So user-generated content testimonials. So Twitter feed showcasing tweets from satisfied users sharing their positive experience of Slack. So that's an example, right? And then there's also the referral program. So someone else using your software product, you give them a commission and they promote your product, right? So these are user-generated content testimonials. Pro tip, you don't need to create content for all these stages at once. Start with one and expand. That's what generally I do, especially when working with SaaS startups. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, just start with one and then build up your credibility, your online presence from there. Quick tip is you want a clear product. A clear product equals clear content. So first, know your product well. If you're the founder of the product, you probably know your product really well. But if you're just coming in as an executive to the product, make sure you really dial that down. You must have a deep understanding of your product to create impactful content. So example, if you sell a note-taking app, right, such as maybe Notion, a bad example of this would be like, our app helps you take notes, right? That's bad. You don't want to say that. What's better is our app helps students remember lecture notes better with voice recordings and smart tagging, right? It is way more detailed, and this is how you create content online, with showcasing how your product is the best and what are the details of it, right? And then you want to focus on how you can help. You want to explain clearly how your product makes life better for users. And you want to show how it fixes real problems. For example, if you're a meal planner app, so a bad example of this is our app uses advanced AI algorithms to help plan your next meal. You're just highlighting your AI advanced algorithms. That's a feature of your product. That's not a benefit to the user. So you want to talk directly to the user about how it's going to benefit them. So a better thing to say is going to be save time and eat healthier easily. That's a benefit. You save your customer time and then you eat healthier easily, right? It's not hard to eat healthy. It's really easy with our app that plans your meals and makes shopping lists for you. So it highlights the benefits rather than the features. You always, on your website, you want to highlight the benefits and not the features. And then know who you're talking to. So picture your perfect customer, right, as if you're talking just to them. So example, for a fitness tracking app, you say, hey, busy moms, track your workouts in 2 minutes a day, even with kids around. So if you're targeting that busy mom persona, you were talking directly to them. You can see here, hey, busy moms, track your when kids are around. So you can see I'm talking directly to your avatar. So you want to dial that down more because content is going to resonate more when you have your avatar and you speak directly to them. On-page optimization for SaaS websites. So still talking about on-page SEO. This is the next thing. Once you have your content piece, you upload it to your site. So a couple on-page optimization, it refers to optimizing the content elements on your website to improve its ranking in search results. So this is the foundation of on-page SEO. I like to call it the triangle of optimization for on-page SEO. And basically what this looks like is you need to add title tags, and you want to use compelling and relevant title tags for each content page. And then you want to add meta descriptions, so write concise and engaging meta descriptions that entice users to click more. And it should never be over 150 characters, so less than 150 characters always. And then heading tags. You always want a structure on your website with H1s, H2s, H3s, etc. And then you want an alt text for each one of your images. So use very descriptive alt text for images to make your website accessible to screen readers and improve SEO. So again, the main reason for alt text is people that are blind or maybe disabled in some way, it will read it to them. So it's very, very important to include that in your website optimization. So let's look through an example. Here is a blog post that I created, which is the 7 ways to increase organic traffic for SaaS startups. I like to use a plugin. It's called Rank Math SEO, and it just allows me to really dial down on, my on-page SEO. And basically, my focus keyword you put in here is ways to increase organic traffic for SaaS. And if you edit snippet here, you can see my title tag is whatever my title is. I like to do that. This is my H1. You can see here it's an H1. And I just like to have my title tag to whatever it is for my blog post. But if yours was a product page, I'd probably do something with like your main keyword, which is ways to increase organic traffic for SaaS startups. And then you would have horizontal line like this, and then whatever your company is, maybe it's Slack. right? I like to have that for product pages, but mainly for blog posts, I like to just keep it whatever my H1 is, which is the title. Your permalink, right? Your permalink or URL slug should always be just the focused keyword. So whatever the focused keyword is, which here is ways to increase organic traffic. So that's the focused keyword. And then you can see here my website description, short, sweet, to the point. It's under 150 characters. And then you notice the other things that I have here. Here's my H2. You can see it's an H2 here. So why organic traffic is important. And then I keep going down the list with 3 key elements for SaaS traffic, and that's an H2 as well. And you can see here my alt text, which you can find here in your library. You can see that this is going to be the alt text. So this is really important. You want to make sure that when you're putting in your images, that the file names are very concise as well. So here I have 3 key elements about SaaS traffic, and that's what my image title is or my file name is. And then your alt text is just whatever it is, very descriptive in your alt text. So you want to make sure that you have your title tags, meta descriptions, optimized URL, heading tags, image alt text, all in each and every single one of your content pages, because this is what really creates that strong foundation for your site. Amazing. So that's enough on on-page SEO. Let's go to off-page SEO. So what is off-page SEO? It is things you can't necessarily see but have such a strong impact on your ratings. So you can see here, I pulled in Service Titan, and basically you'll notice that they have a backlink profile. So every single site, and you might not know it, you have a backlink profile. This is DR, so the first metric is DR, which they have a 75. So if you're just starting out, you're going to be a DR of 0. And what this tells Google is that you have no credibility yet. So that's domain rating. It's the rating of your website domain. So you want a domain of 75, 80, 90. This is really going to be so important in telling Google what your credibility is. And then the backlinks that you have. So the way you raise your DR is basically getting backlinks from other sites. So sites that are more credible than you. Because think about it. How does Google know if your site is credible or not? It's because other people promote you. They say, hey, I trust this product. I use this product. Here's a link to their site. And there's basically, we like to call that an SEO link building. So link building for SaaS companies. So how do you get more links to increase your DR, to increase your rankings on Google and tell Google that you are credible? There's a couple ways. So link building involves acquiring backlinks from other high quality websites to boost your website's authority and ranking in search results. So there's a couple strategies to do. My first and favorite strategy is guest blogging. So you write guest posts for relevant websites in your industry. So I have some examples here. So this is an example I think I've pulled up. So I wrote a guest blog, and you can see it is me right here. I'm the author of the site on Sensible on how to leverage AI for social media posts. You can see here, I wrote this. I reached out to them and I said, hey, I can write you a great content piece for free. All I asked in return is a link back to my site. And that's an internal link because, of course, you have to add internal links to their sites as well. You'll notice probably somewhere here, I will have a link to my site. Let's see. So you can see here, I will have a link to my site. So this is AI tools and websites, and it links directly to my site. This is me. So this is how I got links to my site. And you can see here, I'm the author, and here's my bio. Another example I have is Involve Me. So you can see here, I'm even on the featured image. This is me here. So marketing, gamification, engagement tips from a data scientist. I wrote this whole entire post. And then again, I link back to my site. And you can see here, here's my author's bio. And then I even have a link going back to my site here. So that is way number 1, and my favorite way is just reach out to websites that are higher than you. Say, hey, I'll write you a free content piece. The only ask is that I'm the author. I get a link back to my site. And then you want to fix any broken links. So find broken links to other websites and offer to replace them with links to your content. So you can find a bunch of sites that maybe talk about social media in your social media management platform. Be like, hey, these are broken. I have a content piece that can really help build up your content. And then the next is research page outreach. So content websites with research pages and ask them to include your website in their list. So for this, it might need to be some sort of collaboration because, again, people just don't give out links just for free. So maybe you go ahead and say, hey, I will do something that benefits the both of us. The only thing that I will say, just remember that a lot of links can be scammy. I want to highlight here, you want links from high quality websites. So there is a difference between high quality and really low quality, and that could hurt your website. So if you're not sure, please consult someone who is an expert in link building and make sure you understand what it is you're getting when you reach out to these sites. And then how to check your domain authority for free. So there's a tool called Moz, and it allows you to check your site for free. So just go ahead, put in your site. So I can put in my site right here. I will check DA, and then I can go ahead and see what my website's authority is. So it's a right now, I have this many backlinks, and I'm ranking for this many keywords. You can check to see what your domain authority is if you do not know by just going to this free website tracker. And again, you want it really high. So especially for SaaS companies, you're going to be competing with other SaaS companies who have 70s, 80s, 90s DER. So you need to get that up immediately. Then I will give you a bonus. So the bonus for this tutorial is going to be SaaS technical setup. So what you need. So let me go over a few key tools that will cover most of your needs. So the very first one is going to be Google Search Console. So you're going to need this for performance tracking. If you don't already have Google Search Console set up, go ahead and set that up. You'll just be able to see what your impressions are and how you're ranking. And then like I showed you today, Ahrefs or Google Keyword Planner. I don't use SEMrush. I mainly stick with Ahrefs just because I do think it's the best one out there. But you can also use SEMrush. I think it's either the same price or maybe a little bit cheaper. And then Google Keyword Planner is free. So this is how you're going to do keyword research and competitor analysis like I already showed today. And then the next is Screaming Frogs. This is also a free tool where you can do a quick technical audit to see, what alt text am I missing for some of my images, what are some broken backlinks, etc. So this is a really great one to use. Again, it is free. You can just go to screamingfrog.com and then go ahead and put in your website on their site. You might need to download it. Yeah, it's a software that you need to download on your actual site. You can put it in, and there's a tutorial right here on how best to use it on YouTube. And then Google Analytics. So this helps you see your user behavior insights a bit better. You can optimize for organic search traffic, user intent matching, conversion rate optimization, and feature adoption. So you want to use all these tools to find the best keywords that you should rank for, see what's working, see what's not working, and then also make sure you have a strong foundation by doing the technical audit. And my pro tip is start with the basics and build from there. You don't need every tool under the sun to start seeing results. Example, just using the free Google Planner would be fine for right now. And then when you're really advanced and everything, maybe you can go for Ahrefs, or you can start outsourcing this to someone else. And then measuring and tracking for SaaS SEO performance. So what you want to look at is your website traffic. So again, you can use Google Search Console. It's really straightforward. You just put in your website and then you can see your impressions. And monitor your website traffic from organic search and see if you're attracting more visitors from all the work that you're doing with SEO. You want to see if your keywords are ranking, so you can go ahead and do this in Ahrefs. So like we said here, if we had slack.com, you just put it in the site explorer, and then you can go to overview, and you can see, cool, this is what all the traffic they're getting from organic search. You can see they're barely doing any paid advertising. SEO does work, organic traffic does work, and you see this is all from just organic search. And they're doing a bunch in terms of blog posts, just their website pages, articles, features. You can see all of what they're going for. So you just want to take note, okay, is my site going up? Am I really ranking for keywords that I want to be ranking for? And how's my monthly traffic? So they're getting 5 million organic monthly traffic. So see how your SEO efforts are impacting your visibility by watching your keyword rankings. And then conversions. Measure the number of leads, signups, or sales generated from organic traffic. So you're getting all this organic traffic in. Are they submitting their emails on your site? Are they booking calls? Are they signing up for the free trials for your SaaS product, right? That's what you want to be noting and marking down. And then backlinks. Monitor the number of quality backlinks and pointing to your website. So again, you can use Ahrefs for this. You can go ahead, click backlinks, and then see, okay, you can go to new here, and then you can see all the backlinks that are happening for your site. So You can see, are they high quality? Have I gotten the new backlinks that I was promised, etc. So monitor the number and the quality of the backlinks pointing to your website. So the last thing I want to leave you off with is questions I get asked by my SaaS clients all the time. I'm sure you're going to have these questions too, so I just want to get this over and answer them for you. The first one I get asked is, what is the expected ROI and timeline for SEO in SaaS? So initial results usually happen in 3 to 6 months, but you really see the significant results in 6 to 12 months. If you're working with an SEO specialist, you should see results in 3-ish months and then significant results in like 6 months. The ROI can reach 5 to 10 times over time, but it varies. You just want to track everything, see what's working, see what's not working, track metrics like organic traffic, lead quality, and conversion rates, because at the end of the day, you are trying to bring more customers to your site. That's the goal. And note, SEO is a long-term strategy that compounds over time, unlike paid ads that stops when you stop paying. That's why SEO is the golden ticket to getting more customers for your SaaS business. Number 2 is, how can you compete with established SaaS companies in search results? So let's say you're first starting out, you're a SaaS startup, there's already really big sites that are already going for the terms that you want to rank for on Google. So this is my strategy. Focus on long tail keywords like we already talked about, and niche topics that your larger competitors might overlook. So again, maybe you're an HVAC company or CRM platform. So your HVAC CRM platform, you can go for more like, maybe people are not necessarily tailoring plumbers. You can go CRM for plumbers, right? That's a longer tail keyword rather than HVAC CRM. Okay, so you need to go for more of the long tail keywords that necessarily your competition isn't ranking for. Rank for all the long tail keywords, and eventually you'll start noticing that you have a lot more credibility with Google. Create in-depth, high-quality content that addresses specific pain points of your target audience. So just make sure your content is really, really good, really high quality, and answers your readers' search intent. That's how you're going to really outperform others' blog posts. And then build topical authority in your specific niche. So you don't want to be all over the place in terms of content. So let's say you're a social media management platform like Buffer. I wouldn't be publishing a bunch of content around LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram at first. What I would do is dial down on your sub niche first. So let's say you want to really be the number one platform for LinkedIn. I would write a whole bunch of content in service pages just specifically on LinkedIn, become an authority in that one particular sub niche, and then eventually you can start going broader into Instagram, TikTok, etc., how to publish social media posts on those platforms. So get dialed down first on a specific niche. Use your unique features or use case to create content that larger competitors cannot. So again, this is why at first you're wanting to see how you will stand out with your competition. What makes you stand out? And write about that. Tell your audience, right? Because your customers don't know right now. Use those comparison posts to really dial down on how you stand out against the competition. And remember, you don't need to outrank them for everything, just the terms most relevant to your specific offering. So whatever you're offering, what makes you stand out, beat that, rank for that, and I promise you will get the leads that you are looking for. My last question is, what's the right balance between SEO and other marketing channels for your SaaS company? So I get this all the time. What should my balance be? So there's no one size fits all, but a good starting point is this. So you want SEO and content marketing be 40% of your activities. And then you want to go to paid acquisition channels like ads and sponsorships to be 30%. And then social media plus community building at 20%, and then email marketing at 10%. But the pro tip, the SEO should be the core of your strategy due to its long-term benefits. You can see I showed you the back end of really established SaaS companies, and they're going full into organic traffic. It works best when it's integrated with other channels, right? So you want to double down on, hey, cool, I submitted this blog post on my website, and then I can just repurpose it for social media. And if you're first starting out, you do want to start SEO and content marketing right away. But if you're just starting out and you really want to see those quick wins, so use paid ads for quick wins until building your SEO foundation. So you still want to make sure SEO is running in the backgrounds, but you can just do some paid ads while it's running in the background, and then eventually you can go away from paid ads and your SEO will be taking off. What I will say is I want to go back to this. There's not one size fits all. you need to understand who your avatar is, right? If you're a B2B SaaS company, obviously you want a lot of repurposing on LinkedIn because LinkedIn is where businesses are. Then maybe you're B2C, right? You're going more for that individual consumer. Then maybe it's a Facebook that you want to repurpose your social media for. And maybe businesses will check their emails more often, so you want to go into email marketing. But maybe for paid ads, if it's customers, then you can put paid ads on Facebook, right? So you want to dial down on what is your avatar. And if you're not sure what your strategy should be, again, contact an expert. Beautiful. So if you do want this free guide for yourself, and of course, I know you do. It has a bunch of good links, and you can always go back to this guide or watch this video, follow along with it. Just click the link in the description. I'll leave it below, or my website is www.lannagurton.com. If you need more help, I post a lot of content on TikTok. On my actual blog, I have a lot of helpful articles. You can follow me on LinkedIn. I'm really active on LinkedIn, or email me as well. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. Again, all the good information will be below, and I really hope you get your SaaS up and rolling and get explosive growth like you deserve.